What is up, you guys? This is the Wire Rabbit, and welcome to this screen. And you might notice by the title that we are playing a different game. Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper was getting into events that I'm not comfortable with. Plus, the game had gotten to a point to where it actually wasn't even a thought in my mind to play the game, which is not good if I'm wanting to play a game. So, if I'm not looking forward to playing the game, it'll show in the video. However, this game... Where's my transition screen? Here we go! CSI Fatal Conspiracy. So it's in the same vein as Jack the Ripper here. So first episode, Flash Baked. Sure. Hang on, what does this game have? Okay, so this is made by Telltale Games. I was unaware that Telltale made CSI. I was completely unaware of this. Also, I have a pocket watch. It's about time I got a dang pocket watch, if I do say so myself. Oh god, and we're late. We're late to recording this video. But, pish posh in dilly dosh. Let's see, what do we got? What is this, Las Vegas? I think. Okay, so there is sound. Had to make sure for a second. What happened here? A fire?
The place was called Superla Spa. It was a full-service establishment. Massage tables, salon chairs, mud baths, etc.
Yeah.
Explosion went off a little after 3. A squad car was 2 blocks away when the place went up, so the fire department was able to respond within 4 minutes.
Nice. Also, I'm sorry if there's any, like, screen tearing in the video. There's not much I can really do about it. Crime scene investigation.
The place was fully engulfed by the time they arrived. They were just lucky to keep it contained to just this building.
I didn't know there was a spa down here.
The building's been here since the late 70s, but it's only been a spa since 98. The gentleman in the corner there is Pete Baja. His company owns Superla Spa. I took his statement, but you'll want to follow up with it too. Have you two met yet?
Hi.
Not officially. I'm Sarah Seidel. The team speaks very highly of you.
Sarah Seidel.
You want to take that interview?
Sure. Why not?
This is the CSI tutorial. You can turn it off at any time by selecting the option on the tutorial window and enable it again from the options menu. The cursor is used to both navigate and to select. Moving it to the edges of the screen will rotate the camera.
Yeah.
Hi, Pedro Baja. Baja, like Baja California. But call me Pete. Everyone does. Well, almost everyone.
Yeah.
You in charge of this place, Pete?
I'm the CEO of Miel LLC. It's less impressive than it sounds. It's basically a holding company for a few mom-and-pop style businesses that were worth rescuing when the original owners wanted out. The company owns Superla Spa. What's left of it.
We'll need to know your insurance provider.
We'll have to notify the claims adjuster when we've released the scene.
Actually, this is kind of embarrassing, but the policy on this place has lapsed.
You let the fire insurance on one of your businesses expire?
It's complicated.
Convenient.
We sent them a payment, but they said they didn't get it. Then they wanted us to pay a late fee and raise our premium. I mean, we've done business with them for years, and now they decide to penalize us over a little slip-up?
Fascinating. We'll talk to you later.
I have some things I need to take care of. Here's my card, at least until the next board meeting. You can reach me at my office.
Right. I don't know if I trust the guy. Alright, let's take a look at this. Fascinating. Alright, collection.
We should take samples of soot from all around this place to see if we can find traces of an accelerant.
Right. I mean, that's entirely what I was thinking. Definitely not that there's just smoke pouring out of this place. That it kind of needs to be collected.
One mud bath contains a lot more mud than the others.
Yeah.
It might just be the way they do it. But the one next to it is filled only up to the line on the side of the tub. That mud is baked solid. We're going to need a way to examine it inside and out without actually breaking it up and compromising potential evidence. You know, the other day, Catherine was telling me that we have access to an industrial ultrasound device.
Really?
It sounds perfect for this problem. I'll give her a call.
All right. Is there anything else? There's water dripping from the ceiling. You know, I can't really tell. Can I go in here? Oh, I can. Okay. Oh, I can go up to the counter. I found a muffin.
This thing was on last night. We could have our ignition source.
I found a muffin.
It's hard to tell what this was.
It's a muffin.
Not much left of it. Judging from the charring on the inside of the oven, it was in there for long enough to catch fire.
Really?
It's almost like a timed fuse.
Yeah.
That could indicate arson, but we'll need a lot more evidence to prove it.
It's a muffin in a toaster oven. What more evidence do you
We're
need?
living in the future. I'm still waiting for my flying car, but seeing through walls isn't too shabby.
I have a rough idea, but remind me again how the device works.
Just turn it on and point the wand at whatever you want to scan.
We're gonna see a body,
Sound
aren't
waves
we?
it emits penetrate at different speeds depending on the density of the material.
And the onboard computer translates that into a picture, is that right?
You got it. I don't think I need to tell you to be careful with it, but be careful with it.
Right. We're gonna find a body, aren't we? Yep, I almost guaranteed it. We got a body.
Does that look like a human body to you?
Indeed it does.
Looks like we have a victim after all. I'll call Doc Robbins for a pickup.
Right. We got a body! I mean, it was almost perfect until we had the see-through device.
Off is just the first step. This is going to take a while.
Is it?
I'll give you a call when I have something for you.
Let's
Okay.
head back to the crime scene. See what else we can turn up.
Alright. Good grief. Okay, I've played a game like this before. Like, a long time ago. On an old computer I had. So, barbershop. So, I kind of have a general idea how these things work. Okay, now that that spa thing's open, can I look in it? No. Oh, what the? I didn't know I could do that. Oh, hello? That looks like a hole.
We can't just pick that up.
Why not? Oh, wait.
What makes you think there would be latent fluids there?
I don't know. It seems like an idea. What about a casting?
Look at how it's burned away from its frame.
Huh.
Drywall is usually fire resistant. Those holes could be there to let more air fan the fire and get to
Indeed.
that wooden frame underneath.
Awfully convenient, I must say.
So far, that's two things that point to arson. We'll need more evidence to be sure.
So you're telling me holes drilled into the drywall, a muffin set on a timer, and a very sleazy guy who let the insurance run out isn't our man? Okay, coffee pot, no. What about the sink? No. Aha! Methinks I found something.
Popcorn-style ceiling. Hold your breath while you're taking that sample. If it's as old as it looks, it's probably got asbestos in it.
Goody. Alright. Found an overturned stool. Not sure if that's evidence or not. But, you know, it might... Hello? What doth we have here?
I think if we can get one more sample of soot after this one, we'll have enough.
Will we? So, what is this on the ground? Yeah. What oh, it's probably just a bottle that fell. Alright, let's go in here then. Found some more soot. Okay, got the
Scattered
soot.
soot from all over this place. Should be enough.
Should be, yeah. But is there any more evidence? Hello, purple. Something seems tampered with. Excuse me. This pipe's been tampered with. Fingerprints.
I don't think we're going to pull any prints off of that.
Well, you know, it was worth a shot. Casting.
Look at the crimping along the edges of the split gas line.
Yes.
I'd say it was cut.
Would you?
That's the third sign of possible arson we found.
Third?
I'm almost convinced.
You are almost convinced. Madam, I have found so many signs of arson. And you're only somewhat convinced? How dare you try to impugn my detective skills? I've worked with people far greater than you. I've worked with the impeccable Sherlock Holmes. I've worked with Batman. I've worked with Robin as well, but he's a bit less interesting. Alright, I think that's all the evidence. So, let's go to the lab real quick. Let's go to the lab. See if we can figure out what ignition was in that soot. And, yeah, materials lab. Howdly doodly. Now checking your computer. Okay, congratulations. Microscope? I don't have anything for the microscope, do I? Evidence. This. Okay. Okay. That's not gonna work. I need something to run traces on... Hello, what's this? Okay, what is this? Substance analysis. Okay, this is what I need. I need to analyze the soot. Chemical. There we go. Evidence. Burnt substance, probably ignition source from toaster. Soot from spa. Soot from boiler room. They don't match. Fascinating. Okay. Hang on. Soot from break room. Burnt substance. Nope. Evidence. Burnt substance. Search. Okay. So we have quite a bit to match up with. So let's add that. This. And these two? Yeah. Firm match.
There's quite a bit of carbon from where it burned. But there's also wheat flour, tapioca starch, and sodium carboxymethylcellulose.
It was a muffin.
What I'm not seeing are any animal proteins. You know what? I think this is a vegan pastry of some kind. A muffin from the size of it.
Exactly. It's a muffin. Okay, reset. Okay, we've already gotten that. Chemical from the ceiling of the spa. Search. Okay. Is that one? Okay, that one adds up. That adds up. And that adds up. What do we got?
It's primarily calcium sulfate and asbestos.
Of course.
That explains why the ceiling didn't burn.
Yeah, I suppose it did. Slip from boiler room. Search. Alright, jeez. Okay, no, not that. Okay, nothing on the floor. There. What do we got?
Lots of carbon, some acetone, and trace amounts of T-butyl mercaptan.
What does that
It's
mean?
the odorant they use in natural gas. Acetone is sometimes used as an accelerant. We should test the rest of the soot we've collected.
Indeed, I'm willing to bet we are gonna find the exact same thing. Alrighty, start with the top one, because that has the most. That's it, just two. What do we got?
The soot from the break room contains carbon, acetone, and T-butyl mercaptan.
Again.
The second sample of soot to contain acetone. Let's keep analyzing the soot samples we've collected. I think we're onto something.
Possibly. We got one more soot thing to analyze. Search. So this and this. Why is it always two or less?
It's mostly carbon, but there are traces of volcanic minerals in acetone.
Yep.
The mud at the spa is made of volcanic ash. The acetone is an anomaly. We have acetone, a known accelerant, in samples of soot taken from every room in the spa.
Yep.
We've got a gas leak that looks to be the result of tampering. The drywall here has been ventilated to get around its natural fireproofing. And then there's this acetone residue over every inch of the place.
Don't you forget our igniter, the
Throw a
muffin.
muffin in the toaster oven at 450 degrees. Then just leave it in there without setting the timer. Sounds like a recipe for arson.
Indeed, it does.
Hey there, it's Dr. Robbins.
What's up?
I just wanted to let you know I've completed the autopsy on your burn victim.
Burn victim? I knew we had a victim. I was unaware we had labeled her as burnt. I mean, she would have been encased, technically. What's up, Doc?
Hey, Doc. We got your call.
All right, let's begin.
Who is she?
Well, her bikini probably left no room for imagination, nor an ID, but I did collect her fingerprints and DNA for you.
Thanks. What's the cause of death?
Take a look at the third-degree burns on your victim's hands and face. You can probably tell that they were above the surface of the mud during the initial explosion and subsequent fire. In addition to the burns to her skin, she suffered thermal injury to her upper airway. She inhaled a substantial amount of smoke and hot gases from the fire. Carboxyhemoglobin levels in her blood exceeded 73%. Cause of death was suffocation due to carbon monoxide poisoning. In a fire that intense, carbon monoxide levels would spike rapidly. She probably fell unconscious pretty quick. Most likely, she slipped under the mud after losing consciousness.
Ugh. When did she die?
Time of death is going to be difficult to determine. Even without the fire, the initial temperature of the mud bath complicates my ability to offer an accurate estimate. I was able to extract samples of the vitreous humor from both eyes. Potassium accumulation in the tissue indicates time of death between 3 and 4 a.m.
That's consistent with when the fire started.
Yeah. Any signs of foul play?
Not exactly, but take a look at this bruising on her arm. Does that look like a handprint to you?
A little bit.
Looks like someone grabbed her pretty hard.
From the coloration of the bruising, I'd say it occurred at least 6 to 12 hours prior to death. I certainly find no indication she was lying in that mud over a prolonged period of time.
We need to get a photo of those bruises. My camera's memory card is full. You mind documenting this one?
How convenient. How very, very convenient. Why can't this move faster? Nope. We need... There we go. Alright.
Nice composition.
Thanks. Okay. I want to figure out who this is. So let's get back to the lab. This way we can get a DNA knowledge of who she is. Alright. DNA. Evidence. Victim. Search.
She's not in CODIS.
Fascinating. Do we have any? We don't have any more evidence. So if she's not in the system, we got not a whole lot to go on. Wait, what? Victim's DNA, victim's 10 card. How about a nice little fingerprint there, PD boy?
We can't just pick that up.
Yes, I'm realizing this. Fingerprint is what I need. Thank you, PD boy.
It was nice of Mr. Baja to give us his fingerprint like that.
Wasn't it? Okay. So... we got nothing. We got very much nothing. What device are you using? Okay, what is this? Data lab. Will data lab have the fingerprint? Alright, let's see if she's in the system for the fingerprint. Okay, fingerprints. Evidence. Victim's 10
Our victim's
card.
not an APHIS. Our Jane Doe doesn't seem to be in the system.
Huh.
Maybe Pete Baja knows her.
Possibly. Definitely a possibility. Can we call him? Options menu. What's in the options menu? Oh, that's that. Under the hood. Okay, actually, I'm gonna save. Save. Just for consistency. I'm not ending it yet. I just want to... Let's go to the barber shop. Oh, that's his office. I just want to save. That way I have a save in case the game crashes or something happens or something like that. Ooh! I love this. That's dark. Looks closed. Mr. Baja, I can see the top of your head.
Oh, hey, you two. I just got back. What do you need?
Can you identify a body for us?
We found an unidentified female victim in one of the mud baths at the spa.
God, Portia. No.
Who's Portia?
Portia Wiseman. She's the manager at the spa. She's the only other one with a key. Just the thought that she might have been in there when it went up. I'm sorry. It's just horrible.
So will you come with us?
We can't be sure who she is until we get a positive identification.
Of course. Let me lock up here.
Right.
Oh, Porsche.
I don't trust his story for a second.
What were you doing in there?
I believe he
Actually,
didn't
we
mean...
were hoping you could help us shed some light on that. Would you mind answering a few more questions?
Sure.
I don't believe he meant to kill her. I do believe he meant to set the place on fire. Alright. Was there anything unusual about Miss Wiseman's recent behavior?
Think back. Did she ever seem unusually angry or depressed?
Well, we weren't exactly close, but I got the feeling she was in a troubled relationship.
Oh? Why do you think she was having relationship troubles?
Little things here and there, really.
Such as?
One Friday, I asked her if she had any fun plans for the weekend. Not really, she said. Just hanging out with the boyfriend. She said it like it was a root canal or something.
One bad weekend doesn't mean the relationship had problems.
It wasn't just that. I think he hit her.
Why do you think that he hit her?
Well, Portia always seemed to like showing off her body. I even had to ask her once to wear more than just her bikini to work. But one week, a while back, I can't remember exactly when, she wore long-sleeve shirts every day, and she seemed depressed. When I asked her about it, she gave me some lame excuse about needing to do laundry. But when she thought I wasn't looking, I saw her rub her arm and wince.
What do you know about Portia's boyfriend?
Well, Portia was a very private person. I know almost nothing about her boyfriend, except what I was able to infer.
How is the business doing?
Was the spa making money?
Sure. I mean, it can always get better, right? But it was profitable.
Okay. Do you have any enemies?
Is there anyone you can think of who might have had a reason to start the fire at the spa?
No. I mean, who blows up a spa?
Fair enough. Could you give us Miss Wiseman's address?
She's not in the phone book. I looked.
Oh, yes, I know where she lived. Let me write it down for you. Never got the chance to visit her. Here you go. So, I hate to ask, but is that everything you need from me right now? I have to
Why?
come up with something to tell the board about why I let the insurance run out. And I can't really focus on that while I'm here.
I think we have what we need for now. You'll be at the barber shop if we need you?
I may have some errands to run, but I will be there for some time today, for sure.
Thank you. Alrighty. So we have the victim's loft, the barbershop. Do we have any other evidence that we can look over? Let's see. We now know who she is. There was some trash outside the barbershop that I was interested in looking
Looks
at.
like there's nobody there. Baja's still down at PD. Maybe he gave the barber the day off.
Possibly.
No answer.
Okay. So I guess we go to her loft. See if we can find anything there. I don't know if we will find anything there, but worth a shot, I guess. Luminol. If anyone can guess my reference to Luminol.
Las Vegas crime.
Drop it.
Drop the weapon now.
That looks interesting.
Driver's license says Brian Reed. You mind telling us why you were in Portia Weissman's apartment, Mr. Reed?
It's my girlfriend's apartment.
Apartment.
Ex-girlfriend as of yesterday.
Do you break into all your ex-girlfriend's apartments?
What? No, I didn't break in. I have a key.
Come on, the door was bashed open and you were standing there with a sledgehammer.
The door was busted in when I got there, so I grabbed the tool just in case the guy who broke in was still hanging around. Hey, just call Portia. She's angry with me, but she'll back me up.
She's dead.
A fire? Oh, God. Is she okay?
Unfortunately, Miss Weissman never made it out of the mud bath.
You mean it can't be.
But it
Mr.
is.
Reed, we're sorry for your loss.
A fire.
What were you doing in the apartment?
So were you tying up loose ends after you torched the spa?
What? That's crazy. The only loose ends I was tying up were my toothbrush and an extra pair of underwear. Now you tell me she's gone and you're acting like I had something to do with it?
You are the liable
Brian,
suspect.
We have no evidence implicating you right now. And we know it must be a shock to hear about Portia. We need your help to figure out what happened to her.
Tell us about the hammer.
I hope you can understand why we want to know the reason you were standing there with that thing.
Sure, yeah, I can see how it looks. But really, it's just like I told you. I stopped by to pick up my stuff, yeah, including the hammer, and the door was broken open. I grabbed the tool for protection on the way inside. It was just inside the door. I wasn't there for more than a minute before you two showed up.
Who broke up with whom?
You mentioned that as of yesterday, you and Portia were no longer together. Was this a mutual decision? Or did Portia break up with you?
No, I broke it off with her. Her drug problem was getting in the way. Weed. She knew I couldn't. She knew I had a problem with it, but she kept putting it in my face. But maybe she'd still be alive. Oh, God.
Did it get violent?
Did you hit her?
Hit her? No, absolutely not. I would never hurt her.
Hello, what's this? You're lying.
Come on, Brian, I get it. She got a little out of line, right? So you had to shake a little sense into her.
It wasn't like that. She just, you know, liked it a little rough sometimes. Look, it's not really my kind of thing, but she made it worth my while.
Where were you last night?
Can anyone verify your location between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m.?
I don't think so, no. I was at home hanging out with my buddy Jack for most of the night. But by then, Jack was gone, and I was pretty much passed out on my couch.
Can your buddy Jack confirm your story?
Well,
Jack
I try
Daniels.
not to ask the bottle too many questions. People look at me funny.
We're done for now.
What do you do for a living, Brian?
Living? I'm kind of between jobs right now. I'm looking for something in construction, but I'm not having a lot of luck. I do have a couple of leads, though, so ask me in a week, maybe.
We might have some more questions for you soon. Would you mind waiting?
I might as well. You probably won't get much out of me once I have a chance to start drinking.
Jim, could you do a background check on Brian Reed?
I called it in on the way over. I'll let you know what turns up.
Right.
Let's head back to Portia Weissman's apartment. Maybe there's some evidence there that can link the break-in to the fire.
Possibly. Hello, footprint. Okay, I need a picture of this.
We need to find a shoe that matches this impression.
Right.
It's made out of some kind of dirt. We should get a sample.
Are you sure it's not mud?
If we can link the shoe impression to someone, then this dirt might tell us where he's been.
Alright, let's head inside then. Oh, hello! Alright. I need a casting of this.
Some of the marks here are thin and straight, but some are circular.
Like the
just
hammer.
like the holes in the drywall at the spa.
I noticed the hammer has some questionable eccentricities.
This isn't just a hammer. It looks like something off a fire truck.
Noticed that, did you?
I ran a background
What's up?
on Brian Reed. Turns out that up until last week, he was a captain with the Las Vegas Fire Department. His battalion chief told me Reed had a mixed service record. Multiple commendations for bravery, but the guy was also on probation for insubordination. Well, when Reed failed a random drug test last week for the use of cannabis, they fired him.
This reminds me. The notorious serial arsonist John Leonard Orr was both a fire captain and an arson investigator.
How fascinating. How very, very fascinating. Hello, why are you open? Oven. Oh.
Storing something in the
Ew.
boiler pan. Guess it's a little late to warn Portia about the fire hazard.
Yeah, just a bit. Unless she put this here.
Dates and dollar amounts. It looks like a record of the spa's finances.
Why would she hide the finances in the boiler pan? Alright. Let's go in. Hello. Okay, can I not investigate this little area? Oh. Hello, computer.
The case is open, and the hard drive is missing.
How fascinating. How very unfortuitous for us. This is messy. This is one of the messiest bedrooms I've ever interacted with. Alright. Oop. No, that's my phone. Okay. There's a rose here. Okay. Okay, I need to get back to the lab. This way I'll be able to match that hammer with the thing on the door and the drywall. Alright. Microscope. Evidence. No. Microscope comparison. Evidence. Okay. We're going to need markings from the door. And the hammer.
Ryan Reed's Denver tool is a match to the markings on Portia Weissman's door.
Of course it does. And how much you want to bet? It's also a match to the plaster we took from...
The axe head matches the thin slashes, and the hammer side matches the bigger holes.
Yep.
This tool, or one very similar to it, was used to ventilate the drywall at the spa.
Yep. Alright. So, is that all for that evidence? Have we gotten it all? Marks made by Denver tool. Okay. Is there anything I can get off this? Anything at all? No. Okay. Oh, right. The chemical from the shoe print. I completely forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. Chemical. Evidence from the shoe. Search. What do we got? Okay, there's that. Nope. Perfect. Oh, that time it was 3. How about that?
It's largely made up of feldspar, clinopyroxene, and acetone. The minerals are found in volcanic ash, which is what they used to make the mud for the baths. And acetone was the accelerant used at the spa.
Okay. So, we need to talk to our lovely little bartender man. Or not bartender, barbershop man.
Looks like Mr. Baja isn't here.
Really?
You could always knock.
Excuse me.
No answer.
Can we look at this trash yet? Huh. Alright. Let's talk to Brass. We need to bring in Baja for questioning. No, not Brian. Oh, actually, yeah. I want to talk to Brian again.
Meet you down there.
Hello,
Mr.
Brian.
Reed. Or should I call you Captain Reed?
Not anymore. I'm no longer with the Las Vegas Fire Department.
You didn't tell us you were a firefighter.
I bet you've seen a lot of buildings burn, and I bet you know a lot of ways to light them up.
You know something, buddy? You are way the hell out of line. I devoted my life to jumping into the flames and saving people. And I lost friends in those buildings I've seen burn. So for you to sit there and insinuate that I may be an arsonist is the most offensive thing anyone has ever said to me. And Portia? You think I set Portia on fire? I mean, I don't know what kind of animals you people have to deal with.
We didn't say that.
Not me.
But you did get fired.
Being a firefighter was obviously very important to you. So it must have hurt to lose that.
Yeah, well, they were just looking for an excuse. I was actually trying to keep my head down.
You were on probation.
It was a tenement fire in the Alphabets. Battalion chief thought the place was coming down. Ordered me not to go back in. You'd think I might earn a little slack for telling the boss to piss off, but let me save a room full of kids. And again, if I'd stopped at piss off, maybe I would've.
You failed a drug test.
Wasn't Portia the one with the drug problem?
Yeah, it was her problem, and she's the reason I got fired. Portia made pot brownies. Now, she says she didn't dose me intentionally, but she did leave the damn things right where I would find them, and she didn't tell me what they were. I ate 3 of them. I could barely get out of bed for like a day and a half. I don't know how anyone can stand that stuff. And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, Happy Monday! Go pee in a cup.
Well, that's definitely something. You dumped her because she dosed you.
I dumped her because she got me fired from a job I loved.
Tell us about this tool.
It's a firefighting tool, isn't it?
It's called a Denver tool. Firefighters use it for getting into and out of places.
Places like apartments?
Only if they're on fire.
We didn't use your key.
We think
Or
you used
you
your
didn't.
Denver tool to break Portia's door in.
I told you I got a key. Look, take it if you need it.
You're lying. Marks made by the Denver tool to open her apartment.
See those marks? They line up perfectly with your Denver tool.
Mine or anybody else's. Even if it was a Denver tool, no firefighter did that. If I really wanted to bring that door down, I'd pry the hinges off. The last thing I'd do is hack at it like a maniac.
You know what? He has kind of a point. We suspect you for the fire.
The fire was set by someone with the knowledge to burn that building to the ground.
I don't care what you say. I would never start a fire.
There we go.
Drywall at the spa was ventilated with a Denver tool.
Well, it wasn't my Denver tool. Anybody can buy one on the internet. Even Portia had one.
Why did Portia have a Denver tool?
She took mine. She wanted it for protection. Said it creeped her out to be alone in that place all day.
By that place, do you mean the spa?
Yeah, she had hers at the spa.
Fascinating.
You're right. There are a lot of other Denver tools floating around out there. But in this case, I really only think there's one I need to worry about. And it belongs to you. You followed Portia to the spa. And when she was nice and relaxed in her mud bath, you torched the place. And then you went back to her apartment to get your things, and a few of her things too. And then you tried to disappear. I bet you figured, hey, if it looks like a break-in, then no one will suspect the boyfriend who's already got a key to the place. And that might have worked for you too. But you forgot to light a fire under yourself. You were still standing right there when we rolled up.
Captain, I respect the police. I really do. I know what it's like to go out there every day and put it all on the line. And I know you're just doing your job. But if you can look me straight in the eye and really hear what I'm saying to you, and yet still believe that I could do this to Portia, then I feel very, very sorry for you, because you're not qualified to carry that badge. Now, are you really gonna arrest me, or what?
No, we're not going to arrest you, Brian. But we'd appreciate if you could hold tight here for a while.
All right, I will. For now. And like I said, I'm happy to answer your questions, but no more finger pointing, or I'm done.
We understand.
Right.
Thank you.
Was business at the spa slow?
You said that Portia spent hours alone at the spa. How often did she do that?
Just about every day. You know, there were times I started to believe that place might be some sort of front.
A front?
Yeah, you know, for money laundering. Portia was convinced, and she was keeping her own records. She told me that place wasn't making a dime.
Really? Where are the records?
Did anyone else know Portia was keeping financial records?
I think she might have mentioned it to a boss, which seemed like the wrong guy to talk to about it, but she
Really?
trusted him. At least she did. But after she talked to him, she got all paranoid. Ended up hiding all the papers in the broiler drawer. I thought she was just high. Hey, you guys looking at him for this?
We're done. For now.
Thanks for sticking around.
No problem. I'll be waiting.
Right. Let's go see what our little barber shop of horrors friend has to say. Hello? Knock, knock. Hello?
Sorry, I was shaving. Cut myself. What can I
Uh-huh.
do for you?
We're looking for a tool.
Portia Weissman owned a firefighting tool. She kept it at the spa for security. Have you seen it?
No. She had some kind of weapon at the spa? Well, that's totally against company policy.
Alright, we're gonna go now.
We'll be back.
Looking forward to it.
Sure you are. Sure you are. I'll be taking that.
Good catch. That should contain a workable sample of his DNA.
Indeed it should. What is he doing? Well, no wonder you cut yourself shaving. You're not shaving into a mirror. Alright. Location. Let's go to the lab. Let's see who this guy really is. DNA. Evidence. Really? We can't use that? Or do I need to get a swab of it? There we go. Yeah, I need to get a swab.
Pete Baja's DNA, ready for processing.
Well, let's get to processing, shall we? No, not chemical. DNA. Evidence. Mr. Baja. Search. Evidence. Not even a match. Okay. You know what? Let's bring in Mr. Baja for questioning. Can we do that? I want to speak to Baja. I want a warrant to search the barbershop.
Based on what evidence?
This.
No judge will sign off on that.
Okay.
What got in the way of evidence?
What about the fingerprint?
Show me something I can work with.
I just did.
What evidence do you have?
This.
I don't see how that's relevant.
Okay, what evidence do I have? Evidence. Is there a way for me to... So I still need this. Financial record showing that did little business. Okay, so I need to go back to the barber shop and talk to Senor.
Looks like he's still not here.
He was just here!
No answer.
Alright. Where else can we go? Nope. Bring back the phone. Where else can we go? Alright. Mr. Mortician. Good lord, I've been recording for almost an hour. Was good. Anything else we should know about?
Maybe. Your victim had advanced mesothelioma. It's a type of cancer that attacks the lining of the vital organs. It's thought to be caused most often by exposure to asbestos. It looks as though it was an ongoing problem for her. I discovered indications of a pleurectomy, the removal of the outermost lining of the lungs. From the scar tissue, that surgery probably took place a few years ago. She may have thought she was out of the woods. Unfortunately, I found an active malignancy in her pericardium, the lining of her heart. She didn't have long to live.
You know, we found some asbestos at the crime scene. The whole ceiling was coated with it. There was even a corner of the break room where it had come down. You don't suppose our victim set the fire, do you? Revenge and suicide all in one? We'll have to ask Brass if she filed any kind of complaint.
Did she know she had cancer?
Well, the pleurectomy obviously suggests at one point she knew she had cancer. But there's no way to know whether she was aware it had recently metastasized to her heart. I ran an expanded tox screen. She hadn't been taking any cancer medications, and I didn't find any tissue damage from possible radiation treatments. I did, however, find evidence of a persistent, dare I say, habitual use of cannabis. You know, a Harvard Medical School study concluded that one of the active chemicals in marijuana, THC, may in fact inhibit the growth of certain tumor classifications.
Really?
Even though it says right there in the press release that the growth of some other tumors might actually be accelerated by THC. A man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest, right? So now the idea that weed cures cancer is spreading far and wide.
Thanks, Doc.
Anytime.
Okay. Is that evidence we have now? Apparently that is not evidence we have. Okay, so... Ahoy!
Based on what evidence?
It's the same evidence. I want to talk to Brian
Watch it out
again.
there.
Oh, Brian! Hi. Apparently we're not supposed to be here. Back to the apartment, I guess? I don't know. I honestly don't know at this point. Howdy do. Okay, so we searched all that. Is there something in the sink? No. Nothing over here. Okay. You have mail. What's that? Oh no, email. I'm not satisfied that we've found everything at Portia Loft. Keep looking. That's kind of why I'm here. Reading is fun. Is it? Okay. So I have to comb over this place with like a fine tooth comb. Okay, is there anything I can... So there has to be something with the loft. Or with the actual loft area. Like up here. There has to be something with this. Right? There just has to be. Because I don't see a reason for me to come up here otherwise. Okay. You know what? I'm going to need a hint. What's next?
I doubt it was a coincidence that Portia Weissman's apartment was ransacked the same night the spa blew up. We should see what we can find there.
Doi?
Have we looked everywhere? Tested everything? Asked every question we can think of? We must be missing something. I'm just not sure what it could be.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to the lab for a second. Data lab. It's not exactly a fingerprint. Computer analysis. I have no evidence for computer analysis. Medical database. Nothing. Okay. You have mail. What? Baha lied to us about never visiting Portia's apartment. That should be enough for Jim to get us a warrant. Shut it! Alright. Let's see if Jim wants to give us a warrant. I highly doubt it.
What do you got in the way of evidence?
Nothing. We need proof that he was there. Case file. Yeah, Baha. Thoroughness, skill, cunning. No. I still have 5 more reconstructions to do. Location. Back to the lab. I have to try to think. Like. Document analysis. Oh, come on. Microscope. Have I gotten everything from evidence? Okay. Evidence. I have nothing in the way of evidence. Okay. Oh, wait. Comparison. Do I have anything for that? Evidence. Nope. Alright. Evidence. What, do we have to compare these two? Of course we do. But beyond that, I have no proof for the shoe. Chemical. I feel like I've done every... Yeah, I've done every chemical. DNA. I've done every DNA. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing. Location. Let's talk to Brass. Hey, Brass. I want a warrant.
Do you have?
A plaster of 2 different holes.
No judge will sign off on that.
Why is that not
Based
done?
on what evidence? Show me something I can work with.
I just did. I want to talk to Brian
Get
again.
on there.
This is getting annoying. Brian, help us. Nope. Okay. Okay, what am I supposed to do? I feel like such a shut up male. What do you want? What? Whoever broke into the victim's apartment wasn't exact. Yeah. I feel so stupid.
A black hair pulled out at the root. Portia was a blonde, and Brian Reed has red hair. Someone else was here.
Yeah. Let's go back to the lab to confirm such things. Alright, so this will be a DNA section. No, not chemical. DNA. Evidence. How much you want to bet? So... Yep. Okay, and then... There's that. And then... Red, blue. There's that. 2 blue. Red, green, blue. Green. And green. Confirm.
Pete Baja was in Portia Weissman's apartment, even though he told us he'd never been there.
How interesting.
How's the arson case? Is your decorated fireman still the prime suspect?
Nope.
I'm not so sure now. He's got an answer for everything. And what I thought was the best evidence we had against him, his firefighting tool, well, it doesn't actually provide us with anything conclusive. On top of that, the spa's owner, Pete Baja, lied to us about never visiting the victim's apartment.
All right. Well, talk to Brass. See if he can help you take a closer look at this, Mr. Baja.
That's the plan, now that I found the evidence.
All right. You're down here already. I was just going to call you. This is Special Agent Gene Huntby of the FBI.
Howdy.
It seems your case may be crossing into his jurisdiction. Agent Huntby, why don't I let you explain the situation to them?
Thank you, Captain Brass. It's my understanding your prime suspect in the arson fire at the Super La Spa is Pedro Baja. Is my information correct?
We're looking at him for the arson and a homicide. A young woman by the name of Portia Weissman died in the fire.
Is that right? Well, let me explain why I'm here. Are you familiar with Lorena de la Colmena?
No.
Unfortunately, as a member of law enforcement, you should be. In Spanish, it means the Queen of the Hive, and it's the alias for a woman named Beatriz Salazar, now the most dangerous drug lord in Mexico. We believe Pedro Baja was in her employ.
Okay. So is this the part where you tell us to back off Mr. Baja and let you do your job?
No, Ms. Seidel, not at all. I want you to get your man. I want you to get him so bad he'll have no choice but to cut a deal. You see, in the entire universe of Lorena de la Colmena's drug trafficking operation, Baja's just a satellite. A small-time money launderer through those little shops of his. But for some reason, we have him on wiretaps in direct communication with Salazar. The taps themselves are useless because Baja and Salazar communicate in code, referring to things like family, weather, whatever. But why she's talking to him directly instead of through an intermediary, I have no idea. But it's that direct connection that means if we can bring down Baja, then we have our best shot yet at taking down the Queen of the Hive herself.
Agent Hunter
Fascinating.
requested the opportunity to keep tabs on us for a while and run this one as a joint jurisdiction.
I bet he has.
I'll do mine.
Right. So, can we get that warrant now?
Get in the way of evidence.
His hair.
I was there when Baja said he'd never been in Portia Weitzman's apartment. His DNA in that apartment will get you your warrant.
Goody. Let's go talk to Mr. Baja, shall we? Mr. Baja? Oh, Tootaloo! Avon calling! We would like to search the premises.
Baja, Las Vegas police, open up. Looks like he's not here. Guess we'll have to execute the warrant without him.
Yeah, it's quiet. Did you just pick the lock?
Score 1 for the lockpick gun. Always cleaner than breaking out the battering ram.
Right. Well, let's go inside then. A talking fish. Alright, what do we have here in the ways of evidence? Nothing. Alright, let's go back here. How much you want to bet? Hello?
It looks like an empty financial or legal portfolio with the spa's logo on it. Those records we found in the Vic's oven are just the kind you'd keep in a binder like this.
I bet they are. Fascinating.
Look at that. The hard disk isn't screwed in. It might just be new, but the Vic's PC was missing a hard drive. We can figure it out back at the lab.
Can we? Are his chips evidence? Oh my god, the chips are evidence. Muffins!
Vegan blueberry muffins. They look almost edible and flammable.
Muffins. The key source of evidence. Hello? Drawer? Paper! Yoinketh!
These tax forms claim that Superla Spa was highly profitable.
Okay, so what? That's fraud, isn't it? Alright, what about the tic-tac-toe on the board? No? Oh! Shoes! I need a print of those shoes.
You can tell a lot about a person from the kind of shoes they wear. You can tell a lot more if you forensically examine their shoes.
That's very true. Hello? Hello, little tool. What do we have here?
Just like the tool we got from Reed.
Fascinating. Oh, how what? Open sesame. How very fascinating.
These shears are made for cutting pipes, and we have a severed gas line to account for.
Indeed we do. Is that everything from this location? No, it's not. What else can we find at this lovely acetone?
I wonder why they need so much acetone. Place is a little too masculine for manicures.
Oh, this is lovely. He has built himself a little closet of evidence for us to take. Oh, you poor, poor fool. Hello? You poor, poor fool of a man. You think that you can get away with such a crime? I think not. I need to get back to the lab. Right. We need to take a look at those nice little shoesies. The shoes shall tell us all. Hello?
We can't just pick that up.
Why not? The fluids.
What makes you think there would be latent fluids there?
Well, you know, I was just testing things.
That's not going to work.
Why not?
I don't think we're going to pull any prints off of that.
Well, do you have a better idea?
Looks like some kind of dried mud.
Indeed it does, doesn't it? But I need something far greater. I need an imprint of this shoe. Wait, I have the shoe. I don't need an imprint. What am I talking about? To the comparison! Ugh, poor ear. Comparison! Shoe.
It's a match.
Yeah, fascinating. Who could have guessed? Oh, nope, nope. Evidence. This. With
Each
this.
side of the tool matches one of the distinct shapes ventilating the spa's drywall.
Fascinating.
Reed's Denver tool is just as likely to have been used to help spread the fire as the tool we recovered from the barber shop.
This is true. Huh. You know, you really put a damper on my whole I'm the greatest investigator thing. It's just not fair. Alright. A jug labeled acetone. Is it acetone? How much you want to bet it's acetone? That's... there. Is it acetone?
It's almost pure acetone.
Yep.
No fragrances, no dye. Very few impurities at all.
How lovely. Now, if we please, can we see the muffin? The muffin did not start the fire. Muffin. Search. Okay. Muffin. Not muffin. Muffin. Not muffin. It's a muffin.
It's a vegan blueberry muffin. Just like it said on the package.
Well, what?
Factor out the carbon, and the muffin that helped ignite the fire is identical to the ones we found in Baja's office.
Fascinating indeed, isn't it? No, not DNA. Chemical. Chemical still. 'Cause I have to test this. Right. Must get the evidence to condemn this man!
More volcanic minerals and acetone.
How lovely. Alright. Where does that put us? Should I go to the data lab? Okay. No, go that way. I have some evidence to use this device for. Yeah, congratulations to me. Video playback? No. Audio? Evidence? No. Okay, evidence. Evidence. That looks like a rather empty section of the parcel. What's this? Acetone and spa mud found on shoe from barber shop. I also need that. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. But back to the comparison lab. Back to the comparison. Compare! We must... This is not correct. Microscope. That was it. Microscope. This. Beautiful. And you. 200. Come on. Uh, 60. Markings from severed gas line.
Look at how the imperfections on the blade match up to the markings on the gas line.
Yes, quite.
These shears were used to cut that gas line.
And those shears were in the possession of one of our seniors. Document analysis. No, you can't find it. I got so excited. Alright, I don't need that table after all. Alright, can we, excuse me. Can we, Mr. Brass? Yes, hello. I want a warrant to arrest Peter Baja.
What evidence do you have?
This.
So those shears look as though they were used to cut the pipe, but we don't have the physical evidence to put those shears in Baja's hands. Based on what evidence?
Right, I need to run that. I'll be right back. Don't worry. Don't move a single hair on your balding head. Come on. Yeah. Alright, chemical. Evidence. This. No, I did that already. Reset. Reset. Evidence. This. This. Ha ha! That doesn't prove anything, does it? Did that not prove anything? Are you serious? What else do I need from this shoe? Do I need something that says belongs to Baja? Wait, can we question Mr. Baja? Is he still in the interrogation room? Who's in the interrogation room? You. We don't need to talk to you. You, sir. You're telling me I need more evidence. Location. The barber shop. Mr. Baja! What? If Peter Baja was responsible for fire at the spa, chances are we'll find something to support that at the barber shop. Yes, I agree. But the problem being is this front room has absolutely no evidence whatsoever. Unless we can turn on the dang computer. Or unless I'm just being stupid. No, let me go to the trash can. Nope, nope. Okay. I have to think. What is that container up there? What is that? I haven't the foggiest. You know how I said I was feeling stupid? Yeah, it gets even more.
What makes you think there would be latent fluids there?
I don't know.
That could tell us who handled this tool.
I'm willing to bet it's going to be Mr. Behe. But is that going to be enough evidence? Is that going to be all the evidence we need? This is the wrong room. Fingerprints are over here. Fingerprints. Computer analysis. Mr. Baha. And this. Can I rotate this? Nope. Huh. No. Oh, wait, that proves he took it.
Portia Weissman used this tool. It might be the one Brian Reed told us she was keeping at the spa.
Fascinating. Okay, computer analysis. Evidence. This. Search. What do we find? What?
What's this? Trend Micro Internet Security Pro has detected a virus. Repair. Looks like someone's been practicing unsafe surfing. Okay, let's see what Pete has on this hard drive.
Shall we?
Pictures, puzzle games, and Portia Weissman's monthly household budget.
Really?
Looks like we found the drive that was missing from the computer in the loft.
Fascinating. What other evidence do we not... Why is this... Acetone from Shear at the barber shop. Text forms claiming large... Okay. Do we have any proof that connects this to our Mr. Baha? No? Okay, can we get a warrant? Because he had the tool. I want a warrant.
Get in the way of evidence.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Wait you down there.
Mr. Bryan. Let's Mr. Bryan. He has no proof for us.
We can't just pick that up.
No?
What makes you think there would be latent fluids there?
Because you said... Casting.
That won't get you what you want.
It will, if you just go with me on this.
That's just where someone would hold a shoe when putting it on.
How much you want to bet? It is Mr. Baha's shoe. I know it's Mr. Baha's shoe. Fingerprints. Fingerprints. The shoe. And Baha. How about that?
based on the placement of Baja's fingerprint, those have got to be his shoes. The shoes tie Pete Baja to the spot just prior to the explosion. I think we may have enough to nail Baja for starting the fire.
Do we?
The shoes put him in the spa sometime after the acetone was dumped.
Yes.
He'd picked up quantities of both the accelerant and the spa mud. The hair placed Baja in Portia's apartment, but the footprint puts him there sometime after visiting the spa.
Warrant available. How lovely. And just in time. Oh, Mr. Brass. I would like a warrant for Mr. Baja.
What evidence do you have?
He was there!
All right, the shoes put Pete Baja at the spa at some point prior to the explosion, but after it'd been doused in acetone.
That's right.
I'll send a patrol car to pick him up. I'll call you when he gets here.
Okay. I want to talk to Brian.
I'll meet you down there.
Brian, we think we have the guy. Nope. Okay, so what? We just sit here? Let's talk to the morgue man. I'm not entirely sure what we're supposed to do in this little time frame of the patrol car. What's up? Ooh, I can go back here? Oh, no, that just brings me closer to a face. I'm sorry, madam. I don't want to see your face. Wait. Is there more evidence on your knees? No. Just shadowing. To the lab. What do I do? Do I just wait here? So, my moron tendencies...
We can't just pick that up.
Yes, I know. My moron tendencies tend to flare up more and more.
It's a pretty full print.
Yes, it is.
Good clarity on the sample, too.
And how much you want to bet that is going to be our lovely Mr. Baja yet again. Madam, do you realize how many fingerprints and how much evidence we have on this guy? It's almost as if he's confessing to the crime. Yeah, it's his tools.
Pete Baja's prints are on the toolbox in his office, which is not exactly a surprise, but it does suggest that the contents are his.
Indeed it does. How mysterious. Alright. Is there any... Aha! I'm gonna guess fingerprints. So...
I would
Okay.
expect that to be Pete Baja's fingerprint, since we found the ledger in his office.
You would expect that, yes. But is it? That is the question. It does not look like it. In fact, it looks like the madam's.
It wasn't Baja's fingerprint, but why would he have a ledger with Portia's prints on it?
Probably because he figured it out. Alright, what else do we have? Oh, right. Hang on. Back up. Compare. Microscope. Right? Microscope? Or is it... no, it's comparing. Evidence. This one. To this one. I don't know why I expected that to be different. Okay, what was it? This to this.
The tool from the barber shop could have been used to break into Portia's apartment. Portia kept her Denver tool at the spa, right where Pete Baja could have easily taken it. Okay,
That's true.
I think I have a pretty clear picture.
Yeah, how would the guy break in with the tool if it was inside?
Baja was laundering money, and when Portia confronted him about it, he panicked. Then he decided to rig the spa to explode. Portia probably showed up after Pete was gone. Doc Robbins said she had marijuana in her system, so she might not have noticed the acetone.
Possibly.
While she was there burning to death, Baja was at her apartment looking for the record she was keeping.
Hey, I need you to come to my office right away. There's someone here to see you.
Who?
Good, you're all here.
What's going on, Captain Brass? What's so sensitive you couldn't discuss it over the phone?
We have a visitor. Miss Beatriz Salazar.
You serious? She's here?
The Queen of the Hive herself just walked in and asked to talk to the CSIs in charge of the Pedro Baja case.
Do you mind if I sit in on this one, Captain Brass?
Be my guest, you can even take my seat. I'll hang back and watch from the viewing room.
Very well. So what sort of nonsense doth we have here? Hello?
Hello, Ms. Salazar. My name is Special Agent...
Gene Huntby. I know who you are. But these two, I am unfamiliar with. I shall presume you are the ones persecuting my poor, clumsy Pedrocito.
We're not persecuting anyone. The evidence speaks for itself, ma'am.
Why are you here?
Usually when someone wants to talk to us in this room, they want to confess. So, is there something you'd like to get off your chest, Miss Salazar?
You think you're very clever, don't you?
Kinda.
Perhaps I know you better than I thought. But I'm here for Pedro. He is family.
Family, huh?
Really?
Well, I might actually be moved by that if you weren't still the primary suspect in the explosion murder of your first husband.
My husband's murderer remains at large, Agent Huntby. Pedro is from Ayapa, my village in Mexico. He graduated from the school I built for them and prayed in the church I gave them. Pedro's family, all three of his sisters, they live in the house I provide. So as you can see, I have a significant investment in the future and well-being of this young man.
Is Pete laundering money?
Operations the size of this one, they tend to run right under the radar, making them perfect little laundromats for hundreds of thousands of dollars of your petty cash.
And remind me again, Agent Huntby, why I should need to launder money when I too am a very successful, multinational, legitimate businesswoman? My Pedro was a legitimate small businessman.
Yeah, no he wasn't. Yeah, it did little business.
Superla Spa wasn't doing nearly as much business as he was reporting.
Oh dear. First you zero in on poor Pedro, and now it sounds like you're investigating me. Shall I get my lawyer? Shall I go?
We don't need to go there right now.
No.
A woman is dead because Pete Baja was trying to clean up a mess. Do you think it was his own? Or yours?
I think if this evidence is speaking to you, miss, then something must be lost in the translation. Regardless of whatever mess there was, Pedro is incapable of violence.
He's going to jail.
Sorry about your investment, but like I said, the evidence speaks for itself. And it never lies.
What precisely is this evidence saying to you?
We're not at liberty to discuss the specifics of an ongoing investigation.
Very well, I understand. My heart breaks for Pedro. He always tried so very hard to please me. Sometimes a man is called upon to be more than he has been in the past. Sometimes he fails.
What surprises you about the dead woman?
Pedrocito got in over his head, didn't he, B?
That's Miss Salazar to you, Agent Huntby. I do not believe courtesy is too much to ask from an agent of the FBI. But then again, why should I expect anything else from a man who is so clearly prepared to scapegoat a young man like my Pedro? Pedro is not a murderer.
You're very bold to come here.
Aren't you afraid you'll leave some trace of yourself behind? A hair or flake of skin? Something with your DNA that we might be able to use against you.
Wouldn't want to make your job more difficult than it has to be. I believe I have made myself very clear to you. I shall not waste any more of your time. Muchas gracias.
What the hell was all that about? I mean, what'd she think she was going to accomplish?
Don't know.
Hey, about that arrest warrant for Baja. Nevada Highway Patrol was able to track him down. The bad news is, he's dead. I need you to meet me at the barber shop. See you there.
What?
2 police officers came by to serve that arrest warrant again. They found him like this. Called it in.
Is that a video camera?
It's aimed right at him.
Okay.
My name is Pedro Baja. I'm an embezzler and a murderer. I set fire to the Superla Spa in order to cover up the fact that, for some time now, I have been fraudulently reporting its earnings. I poured acetone all over, cut the gas line, and left a muffin to burn in the toaster oven. I wasn't going to do the drywall, but that tool was there, and I was nervous. I swear to God, the place was empty when I rigged it to go up. I didn't know. How could I know that Portia would come by in the middle of the night? I even went to her apartment to talk her into giving me the records she told me about. When she wasn't there, I broke in. It was made crystal clear to me that I needed to get the records, but I never found them. I know it's small comfort, but I apologize to her family and to anyone close to her. I'm so sorry for taking her away. Sometimes a man is called upon to be more than he has been in the past. Sometimes he fails. Please, tell my sisters this. I made a deal with the devil to keep you safe, to give you a better life. I beg you to remember me if you are ever tempted to make a deal of your own. So it's come to this. Goodbye.
Wow. That didn't go as expected.
So all the forensic evidence supports what Pete Baja confessed to on the video?
Yep.
Yes, it does. But Pete Baja's confession wasn't for us, was it?
Probably
That
not.
was a suicide. I think he was trying to make amends.
To his queen.
Well, this case may not have resolved itself the way Agent Huntley had hoped. Now he'll have to find another way to trap Salazar. But regardless, you guys did some very good work on this one.
Speaking of good work, I'm glad you didn't have to arrest Brian Reed. I was reviewing his service record, and despite the disciplinary actions, he was a very brave firefighter. Won a Medal of Valor for saving a gymnasium full of high school kids. It's a shame what happened to him. He certainly deserves a second chance.
I suppose.
You know what? I think the deputy fire chief just might owe me a favor.
Well, alrighty then. Flash baked. Thoroughness 95%, cunning 50%, skill 86%. Close enough counts after all. Hey, wait a minute. Is that because I didn't get 100%? Test tube washer. Okay. Thorough enough, darn it. Yeah, exactly, thorough enough. Research grant. How many achievements am I going to get? Controller. Okay, so next time we will have planting evidence. But I'm going to leave this one here. So thank you guys so much for watching this one. If you liked it, you know what to do. Keep things crazy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.